Hi, I'm here. Welcome back to Faces of IU East. I'm here with Brandon McFadden, and he is a ceramics instructor. So just to start off, what classes do you teach here at IU East?
Well, I teach ceramics. I teach all the levels of design, 2- and 3-dimensional design and sculpture. Basically, I teach all the 3-dimensional classes in the fine arts department. And then the other professor, Tom Thomas, is the professor for painting, drawing, and all the 2-dimensional areas.
And do you guys have a lot of students involved in the classes, or has there been an increase in students at all?
Well, I'm actually here on campus as a result of offering a 4-year degree in fine arts that was not offered before, and in the last 6 years. And each year we've been building numbers, and we have a great diversity of students. They're not just all fine arts majors, but they come from all different disciplines in the school. That's what makes, I think, teaching here the most fun, is the wide range of types of students, traditional students and people who've been out with careers and are coming back, and everything in between, and all very excited about the opportunity to further their education and delve into the world of fine art. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet. And I know that at other schools, like bigger schools, you have to be an art major to take it, to take any kind of art classes. So here you don't have to at all be an art major.
No, and that's an excellent point, because at the big universities, there's waiting lists to get into a class like ceramics, where people are naturally kind of drawn to the medium. But here, for a fine arts credit, 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, all the studio classes qualify, and so I get all the different types of students from all the different schools, nurses, educators, as I said.
Is there a place that students can showcase their art that they make in class, or is there any certain area? Like, I know that there's that gallery in Whitewater.
We have a beautiful art gallery in Whitewater Hall, and every year in the fall we have a very well-known art competition. It used to be strictly 2-dimensional, but we've been slowly introducing 3-dimensional forms into the Whitewater competition, and it's a big event here in the fall, and a lot of students' works have been accepted from the program, so it's very encouraging to see the quality continue to increase as each year goes by.
Well, why don't you explain the summer course that you guys are going to be offering this
I'd
summer?
love to do that, because there's a great opportunity to sort of promote what is a lot of fun. It's a concentrated clay experience in a 10-week session, 3 days a week. There's 2 sections that are offered. There's a section from 12:30 to 4:30, and another section in the evening at 5:30 till 9:30, something like that. And we always have a lot of fun in the summer session, the first summer session, because it's beautiful weather. We go out in the back patio right behind the ceramic studio, and we have cookouts on Wednesday afternoons, and it's a very relaxed, creative atmosphere, and we always enjoy it. But this year it's going to be really exciting, because we're going to take a trip to the Orient and have an Asian sort of experience, and introduce the form and glazing technique of raku, which is a Japanese process of glazing and firing of the forms that gets its origin in the Chinese tea ceremony and Japanese tea ceremony. Excuse me, my visual aids are falling. And it's a great very visual experience. It happens at night. The process is one where you take the forms out of the kiln when it reaches about 1,600 degrees. They're glowing red hot, and they're lifted from the kiln with tongs. We go right out onto the patio, and the forms are deposited into some sort of combustible material, sawdust, leaves, dried leaves, anything that will catch fire. And it's this burst of flame that hits the side of the form, and I brought this raku piece to show the typical sort of surface that raku provides. It's this beautiful iridescent color that you can see.
Yeah, you can see like lots of different colors in there.
And then these little flashes of black are where a fire burst on the surface and robbed it of its oxygen momentarily and changed the nature of what was happening right there. So this is a typical raku surface. You never know exactly what is going to happen in that firing, and that's the fun of it. And so that's the process we're going to investigate and do. And as I say, this raku ceremony it became part of the tea ceremony, which was something with Chinese origins from the 6th century, 7th century, where the social tradition of drinking tea, the Chinese social tradition, and an offshoot of Indian Buddhism called Zen, which is a very Eastern offshoot, sort of blended into a one sort of tea ceremony, which was also part culture, part ritual, part meditation, and became a way for, in the Zen tradition, people of everyday life to become artists.
Oh, and to be able to express themselves.
They're artists of the way they live on the earth. They're artists of doing everyday, mundane little things that can become an art form, like the tea ceremony. So it becomes a meditation, a way to get away from the chaos and the noise of the material world in that tradition. And so that's how it came down through the culture and exists today in Japan. Here is a little Japanese tea bowl, and how the raku process and the tea ceremony came to be is that the Japanese introduced the idea that the bowl that you are going to drink the tea from should be still warm from the kiln. And the making and the glazing process having taken place just prior to the tea ceremony, and so it's all one process. So this summer, we're going to Raku. We're going to have our own little tea ceremony. We're going to get our Zen on. We're going to make something beautiful. And if anybody is interested in joining us, I would love to have them.
That definitely sounds really fun.
We have room for about 20 students, so that's all levels. So I hope that we get a lot of interest and a lot of people signing up.
It's definitely.
Thank you for the chance to talk about it.
No problem. I think it's
very
very
let me show these
interesting.
pictures real quick.
Okay.
They're a little pixelated, but here you see a piece being lifted out of the kiln with the tongs in that glowing stage, and then this is a shot of the piece being set down into a bed of sawdust and bursting into flames, and then a cover would be placed over, like a trash can or something, and that's where the smoky sort of feeling comes from. So, again, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for being with us. It's very interesting. And thank you for joining us with Faces of Bayou East.